How's it going, YouTube? This is Skul, and before I start today's video, I just want to say thank you all so much for your support in the last Splatoon 3 video that I made. I was really worried when I recorded it about what the reception would be, but you guys have completely blown me away with your generosity and your encouragement, and I just can't thank you guys enough. So, now that I've had a few days to think about it, I've decided that, you know what, I really am excited for Splatoon 3, and in this video I wanted to tell you exactly why, and this is just what I can think about right now. And I want for you guys to tell me in the comments what you are most excited for in Splatoon 3 as well. Let me know everything that you're excited for. I want to hear every single person who watches this video. I want to read your comments and see what you are most excited about. Okay, let me go ahead and get started for myself. And also, this is another one of those low-effort videos. There's not going to be much editing or audio editing. So again, I apologize if it's not up to my usual professional standards, but you know what? I just really want to get this video out there and let you guys know what I'm excited for, because I am excited. Okay, the first thing that I saw, and I'm sure most of you saw, when the trailer came out, was the new hairstyles. There's always new hairstyles in new Splatoon games. There's new, of course, hairstyles. The last game also introduced, of course, octolings and pants length and, you know, all that stuff. There's always new customization options in Splatoon games, and I'm glad to see that new hairstyles will be coming to Splatoon 3. The few that we saw look great. I think that they're going to be very popular among people, and I'm looking forward to seeing them see people come up with their various characters' designs after the game comes out. But that being said, I'll probably keep my usual style anyway, the one that I've had since the first game. Honestly, I just like my Inkling's design just fine as she is. If it were possible, my Inkling in Splatoon 2 would look identical to how she looks in Splatoon 1, which she mostly does, except that the Octoling armor is different. I don't know if we should expect to see Octoling armor in the third game or not. If it's there, I'll wear it. You know, just going to do my best to make sure that I look as close as possible to what people think of when they think of me. So, yeah, but the new hairstyles overall, that's really great. I'm really looking forward to seeing those, and I'm looking forward to seeing people sport those in the game. The second thing I'm most excited for is that new little buddy, that Salmonoid buddy of yours. I think that it's great that that you have one of these as your little friend. It's so adorable, and I love that you can even customize that. I think it's cool that the Salmonoids were introduced in Splatoon 2 as the enemy, that you're not supposed to think about them, you're not supposed to give them personalities or even sentience. You're just supposed to splatter them for the eggs in Salmon Run. But now in Splatoon 3 you have one, and it's a little pet, and it'll be with you, and I just think that that's awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing what that little buddy does. Maybe it has a role in the online multiplayer, or maybe it's just a single player thing. We'll have to see. Of course, one of the things I'm most excited for is the new weapons. We've already seen that bow and arrow weapon pop up. That's pretty cool. And we've seen the Inkzooka make its return as well. So returning weapons, awesome. New weapons, always exciting. As many of you know, my main weapon in Splatoon 2 is the Splat Dualies, which I would argue is the most iconic weapon that was introduced in Splatoon 2. So yeah, all the new weapons in Splatoon 3, that's going to be so fun to play those and give them a try and see what I'm good at and what I'm not good at. And it's just going to add a whole new layer to the gameplay. And that's always a good thing. So yeah, definitely looking forward to the new weapons. Another thing I'm looking forward to is that new jump mechanic. I forget if it was Nintendo's Twitter or the official Splatoon Twitter that posted this, but apparently there is a new in-game mechanic that is going to be used in Splatoon 3 that lets you skyrocket straight up a wall without having to manually swim up, and also lets you jump really high out of your ink when you're not going up a wall. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that's all about. And I mean, honestly, I've struggled with going up walls since I played the first global test fire in 2015 for the first game. So the fact that you can just instantly shoot up them now is pretty cool. I wonder if there's a trade-off. Maybe it uses ink instead of lets you gain ink when you do it. But either way, that's great. That's a very small improvement in the gameplay that I'm really looking forward to. It's a small thing, but you know what? I'm excited for it. And the last thing I want to talk about is finding out what the single-player entrance is about. And by that, I mean, we've seen the trailer, right? It pans down, there's this inkling in the desert with her little salmonoid friend. She has to walk to the train station, she has to get on the train before she can go to the square and begin playing the game. In the previous Splatoon games, it just threw you straight into the square, and if you wanted to, you could buy the game from the store and start playing online matches within only maybe 2 or 3 minutes after mashing through the news and the tutorial and all that stuff. Just walk straight into multiplayer and get started. In Splatoon 3, if the trailer's anything to go by, it looks like that's not the case. It looks like you actually will have to play the single player for a little bit before you can unlock the multiplayer or all the options. And maybe I'm reading too much into this, but you know what I'm most excited for? Is finding out for sure. I want to see what all this is about that the trailer showed us. It looks like it's the groundwork for something really interesting and really exciting, and I'm excited to find out what it's all about. So yeah, that's the top 5 things that I'm most excited for. New hairstyles, the little buddy, the new weapons, the new jump mechanic, and figuring out what the trailer is all about. So once again, let me know in the comments what you are most excited for in Splatoon 3. Trust me, I'm going to be making a few more videos over the next while, over the next few months probably, all the way until the game releases, talking about the game, my thoughts on the game. Man, it's just going to be exciting. And don't worry guys, I've still got Splatoon 2 funny moments coming out, so be on the lookout for that. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for your support on my channel. It really means so much to me. I feel much more excited for the game now than I did when it first was announced, and it's all thanks to you guys. So that does it for this video. Thanks again, and tune in next time when I talk about who knows what.